So she'll take questions first. Questions for Rennia? Maria?
Rennia, you guys pretty much won this game for the free throw line. What's the difference there? Because that's been a point of struggle. What changed, turned that around?
Yeah, definitely the first time we can say that about the season so far. But just getting up extra reps, this whole team has been shooting extra free throw shots every week. So I think that those reps have paid off for us so far.
Rennia, when you guys get in the locker room at halftime, you see the score, what's going through your mind? What are you guys as a team thinking about?
Just how we're going to play better in the second half. We try to forget how not as good the first half was and give credit to Stetson because they did play a pretty good first half. But for us, we knew we could play better. So just getting out there in the second half and competing, playing defense, and playing Tennessee basketball, that was just all we were focused on.
Other questions for Rennia? Dan?
Rennia, it took you guys a while to get a handle on this team. How much of it was what they were doing, and how much of it was you guys just weren't playing up to your capabilities?
A little bit of both, but I would more so say just us on the defensive end. This team, we get going off defense. We're not able to get stops and not able to be aggressive. It's hard for us to score. So when we started being able to do that in the third quarter and fourth quarter, the game got a lot easier for us.
Rennia, you guys have been able to dig yourselves out of some pretty big holes against UAB and tonight. What does it say about that team that you guys can continue to kind of pull yourselves up and fight your way back into the game?
Yeah, just how competitive we are. I always tell the media that this is probably one of the most competitive teams I play on. Just how we compete every day in practice, some of the drills we do, even though we're tired, just going hard, all that stuff is going to pay off in the game, as I think it has been so far.
Anything else for Rennia? All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Evina, I wanted to ask you the same thing I asked Rennia. What was your take on them versus you in terms of how this game was going? Because it was well into the third quarter before you guys really started that comeback.
And to be honest, they came out with a lot more energy than we had. And credits to them, they came out pretty much hitting every shot. And like Rennia said, we get going off our defense, and we wasn't there defensively, so offensively we weren't there either. The second half, we really focused, dial it back in, do what we know how to do, we know how to play.
Steve?
Evina, just when you're down 20 early in the third quarter, what was being said? I don't know what was being said in the locker room down 16 and a half. I mean, how surprised were you about what was going on, and just what were the coaches telling you on that
Can you repeat
point?
that? I'm sorry.
When y'all were way down there at halftime early in the third quarter, what were the coaches telling you, and just what was kind of the response of the team at that point?
Dean really emphasized just taking it play by play. So we don't need to make a big play every possession, just making sure we make the right play and get it stops. I think at one point we went on we had 13 stops in a row, I think, and 22 consecutive points. So we just taking it one play at a time, and our defense really got us going.
Evina, I don't think you missed the free throw in the second half. You were at the charity stripe a lot. Did you kind of feel like you were in a rhythm? What was going on when you stepped up there in the second half?
I've really been working on my free throws. Last year I wasn't happy with my free throw shooting, and so I shoot all the time with Nikki and the city after practice. We're getting up a lot of free throws, and me and Dean. So it's just me really just working on it. So I done made them tonight.
Mimi, you struggled a bit in the first half, but then came back in the second and were, a key part of that. I think y'all outscored them 22-6 or something. Just how did you flip the script personally from the first half to the second half?
I would say me as a freshman, it was just like trying to figure out like my role and everything just coming into the game. So like when I came in, I don't know like what was going through my head. I was trying to like, when we were down, I was like, okay, like let's like help the team. That was like my biggest thing as a freshman, just come in and help. But when I realized, like, when I missed my shot, like, I airballed it really bad, and then I missed post highway. Like, I knew I was coming out because I knew my mistakes, but then Nikki pulled me to the side and was just like, just slow down and just breathe. She was like, you don't have to, like, try to be a hero or try to, like, save the day, like, as, like, a freshman. It was just like, just slow down and breathe and just play your role, and that's what I did. I just came down. I tried to do what she said. She said defense comes first, and, like, that's what I did. I just got on the press. I said I'm just gonna do what I love to do, and that's being in the front of the press. That's just going after steals, and that's just what I did.
She did a really good job at the front of the press today. She's never been at the front of the press, even though she's a freshman. We put her up there as, like, you know how to do it, and so she just went out there and played her butt off as always. And in practice, she's playing hard as ever. So kudos to her, but she does know what she's doing. Even though you think you might not know, but you know what you're doing.
Maybe I was going to ask you that because it looked like you had a role there in that defensive revival in the third quarter. What were you trying to be cognizant of there? Because they were in the first half were kind of running, doing whatever they wanted against you guys.
My thing was, like, I have, like, one job that, like, BG always puts in my head. She said, just go after the ball. So, like, I just chase it. I just run with, like, I'm like a chicken with my head cut off. Like, I'm just going to chase the ball. Like, that's just my main thing. And plus, I don't know the back of the press. That's, like, my biggest thing. But I'll learn it sooner or later. But in the front of the press, I just try to go after steals and just try to get it because that's what we needed most as a team. We just needed energy. So Zay came in and she came in with the defense on the ball with her pressure and everything else, and then Evina came after that, and then when I came in, I was like, okay, I have to do it too. I have to keep the energy up. So that was my job, and that's just what I wanted to do, and that's what we did to win.
Evina, I know you say you don't overlook a team, but did the 1-6 record get in y'all's head a little bit, or were you guys just flat to start? Because that start was unusual for this team. We just haven't seen that this season. What do you think led to that?
We really emphasize definitely not underestimating any team. We fear none but respect all, as Coach D would say. But we just came in with just low energy and we just weren't there defensively, especially. But kudos to them. To the other team, they played their butts off the first half, but we shut them down in the second half. But we just can't start like that. But it's a great learning lesson, especially for our younger players and even the older players. Like we can't start like that against these bigger games coming up. So we really got to dial down. Just
a quick follow up to that: how big a factor was the crowd? Because they didn't give up on you guys. They stayed in it for you.
No, they didn't. When times got tough, they were picking us up, and it picks us up on the court, on the bench, and it really gets us going. So as big as a crowd that we did have, they really helped us.
You know, was it disappointing that it took you guys, that you started that way, and then it took you really until the second half to kind of muster that response? I mean, you won the game, but given how it played out, was there some real disappointment in it for you guys?
Personally, I wouldn't say disappointment. Like I said, it was a good learning experience for us today, knowing that we cannot start like that, especially against the SEC plays and coming up with our big games we got coming up next. So I wouldn't say disappointed. I was really happy that we turned it around. But just for our younger players and everybody on the team and the coaches, we just can't start like that.